I know you are curious about how well vinyl labels last on containers in pantries. Well, in this video, I am going to share how well do they actually hold up with regular washes. I've labeled our entire pantry using Cricut vinyl and the Cricut Joy. You can see how neat and organized everything looks. Now, this project from almost 2 years ago was when I initially labeled all of our containers inside our pantry. I used Cricut permanent vinyl, and I used my Cricut Joy machine to cut out every single label and adhere them to all of the bins and canisters. Now, everyone wants to know, how well do these bins and canisters hold up after regular washing? To wash all of our bins and canisters, I typically wash about once a week to every other week, depending on how quickly we clean out the container. So once the items from the container are emptied, I will wash, dry, and then refill all of the containers. To do the washing, I use dish soap, hot water, and a sponge brush to clean the inside and outside of every container. Now, sometimes I've had to use a scrubber in order to make sure that, there's no gooey, sticky stuff on the outside of the containers. And guess what? All of the permanent Cricut Smart Vinyl has held up wonderfully. Cricut really does make organizing easy and stylish. Now, every now and then we have to relabel bins or canisters just because food preferences change, different things might end up wanting to be switched, or we might add some bins or canisters. So I'm going to show you the exact process I used to ensure that my labels stayed on all of my canisters throughout every wash. The first thing I did was make sure that I'm using Cricut Smart Vinyl Permanent Vinyl. I use Smart Vinyl because I'm using my Cricut Joy. You use any type of Cricut material because it is going to last. Every Cricut material is carefully designed to work flawlessly with your Cricut machine. They go through a rigorous testing process to ensure lasting results. Cricut materials and machines are pre-calibrated for compatibility, so you know they're meant to work perfectly together. To create these beautiful pantry labels, start by plugging in your Cricut machine. I'm using the Cricut Joy. Grab your permanent Smart Vinyl tools and transfer tape. Open Cricut Design Space on your phone. For this project, I saved my pantry labels, so I just opened up the labels that I saved in the cloud. But if you're starting from scratch, create a new design, type in your label, and select your font. If you didn't save the labels, make sure to measure the current labels and size them accordingly in the Cricut Design Space app. Select your material and send it to your Cricut machine once you are happy with your labels. Once the labels are cut, use the Cricut portable trimmer to cut your vinyl to size. Remove excess vinyl with your weeding tool. Then place the transfer tape over the label. Run the scraper over the transfer tape and vinyl. This helps make it a smooth peel to adhere to your container. Place the label on the container in the location you prefer. Run the scraper tool over the transfer tape and label to ensure it sticks. Then slowly peel the transfer tape off the label. Allow the label to adhere to the container for at least 24 hours before washing again. This is the key to long-lasting labels. Well, that I'm using Cricut permanent vinyl, obviously. Cricut materials are stress tested for performance and durability. This means they're designed to withstand everyday use, including regular washing. And if you're worried about lengthy projects, Cricut's smart materials are specifically designed to make things easy. Plus, all Cricut materials are safe for their intended use and compatible with all applicable regulations for manufacturing operations. So if you're thinking about labeling your pantry, I highly recommend using Cricut materials. They're durable, reliable, and make your space look incredible. Plus, Cricut offers a wide selection of materials and is constantly innovating and adding to their ever-growing product list. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you labeled your pantry? And have you tried Cricut Smart Vinyl? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you found this video helpful. Comment below if you've tried any Cricut products. I'll see you next time. Love what you see? Don't forget to subscribe. New videos every Wednesday.